Good day everyone, I am Michael, moderator for this webinar. I welcome everyone for today's webinar, which is ChatGPT and HR, a primer on new opportunities to elevate your HR operations. It's my pleasure to introduce our presenter for today, Tia Tukro. Meet Dr. Tia Tukro, your expert navigator in exploring new frontier of HR operations through ChatGPT. Now I would like to hand over the floor to the speaker. Over to you, Tia.
Thanks so much. Thank you everyone for attending today. Today is a great day to learn about ChatGPT. It's doing amazing things and you are going to be able to take your work to the next level with the current new opportunities that are available using ChatGPT. So today what we're going to do is we're going to go over what ChatGPT is, what it does, and we're going to do some deeper dives specifically into how to elevate your HR operations with onboarding, surveys, decision-making, performance reviews, talent and retention. And so by the end of the hour, you will be able to use ChatGPT to reach the next level of excellence in your work. So when we look at ChatGPT for HR, and so by learning ChatGPT, you're giving yourself a competitive advantage. I've looked at all of them and I come back to ChatGPT. It is what I call the GOAT of AI, so the greatest of all time. So when we talk about ChatGPT, it is what is called a large language model. It is predicting what the next word is. What tokens are is it's what ChatGPT is using. Now, one thing that you can do with ChatGPT that is incredibly helpful is data analysis. Activities that ChatGPT does is it's phenomenal at writing copy. So what I want you to keep in mind is that it does hallucinate. It continues to hallucinate. So you should never send out information that you just got from ChatGPT. So what you always want to do 100% of the time is you want to have what's called a human in the loop. So what a human in the loop is it makes sure that before you send anything out, you want to make sure that you have a person there reading it, a person there vetting that it is correct. You want to visualize the desired output and let ChatGPT know how do you want it to act. The second is to build your data set. So you are at a perfect time. So the great part now is you can upload PDFs, Word documents, Excel documents. You can even upload pictures now. So you can do photos and images. Or you can just put it in the chat box. The final is configure and create. So you just want it to let it know what you want it to do. Giving a Greek prompt is easy to do. You only want to give one directive at a time. And because of that, it builds on those answers and they're stronger together. They all come together, and that technique is called prompt chaining. Instruction for personalization. So the first is custom instructions, and we're going to talk a little bit more about advanced data analysis. So one way to kind of get around that is to do custom instructions. So with advanced data analysis, all you have to do is they just took away these different areas. They're all included in the first one now because it just got updated. So when we talk about ChatGPT for employee onboarding, so here are the areas that I have personally used this for and found it to be incredibly helpful. And the beauty of ChatGPT is it helps simplify the process. So here are actual prompts that I've used, company policies, and do summaries, and ChatGPT now, if you upload what your policies are, it can deliver great summaries. When we look at compliance training, so especially folks that are in the financial industries, here is an example. So this is the actual response that I got from ChatGPT. As we move on, and we're talking about with onboarding, is a lot of times first week sets the tone for their experience. You want to create as positive a first week as you can so that way you get the buy-in from the employees and they're committed to your organization. So one of the prompts you can use, I want you to realize that you need to use caution because different roles require different training, and ChatGPT can be configured to act as a specialized training advisor. Once you've got that caution, then you still can go ahead and move forward. So another area that folks are working on in the space is DEI and cultural orientation. And so one of the things is we want all of the employees to have the sense of belonging and the sense that they're all on the same team. You can't expect new hires to be a part of the culture. Okay, so let's move on to HR surveys and feedback. So whenever we look at survey design, and this is what I think some of the most exciting parts of ChatGPT are, is with analysis, you would want to tell ChatGPT act as a survey designer. So when you look at feedback and you're collecting feedback, it's important to get constructive feedback and to be able to do an analysis of it. You can actually use this for both qualitative and quantitative research. So when we look at analysis and interpretation, you can act as a data analysis. Okay, so it's also, we're getting towards the end, so I'm going to move a bit faster. So you can have it act as a trend analyst. You want to make sure that everything you put in is anonymous or confidential. So you can act as a privacy officer, upload the guidelines, is ethical and unbiased decisions. It can help with that. There are different responses, and same with diversity and inclusion programs, and it can help you with that and recommendations for improving diversity and inclusion. It can also help you with resource allocation to see whether or not there's been any bias. You can also use it for performance reviews and feedback. You can use it for performance reviews as long as you don't include the employee's name. You can also, it can be helpful for self-evaluation, and it can give summaries. It can help you with developing career pathways, their well-being. So these are some of the areas that I said at the beginning we might not. And so ChatGPT is our gateway to innovation, and as HR leaders, we must drive adaptability and change. Okay, well, thank you so much for attending, and I hope this is helpful, and I encourage you to just play with ChatGPT, enjoy using it, and that you are going to see excellence in your work just go to the next level. And so I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.
Thank you, Tia. So that does conclude the session for today. Thank you everyone for participating. You may all disconnect now. Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.